Ashley's Stellar Sleep Celebration is going on now. Snooze now and pay later with 0% interest for 72 months with select mattress purchases in-store only. And receive a $300 gift with purchase. Hurry to your local Ashley store or ashley.com for better sleep and savings today.
Here's to a healthier me with these must-haves for healthy days. The Oura Ring 4 gets me going in the morning. The Ring, along with the Oura membership, helps me prioritize my long-term health goals. It tracks more than 30 biometrics, so I get personal insights that help me know what my body needs. The design is so sleek and it's so comfortable, I didn't even realize I'm wearing it. Healthy days need healthy meals. The Ninja Detect Power Blender Pro whips up the smoothest smoothies and so much more. BlendSense technology detects and adjusts blending time, speed, and pulses for perfectly smooth results. The Withings Body Smart Scale keeps me honest with advanced body composition. I get a comprehensive view of my body with metrics like body fat, water percentage, and all the masses, muscle mass, bone mass, and lean mass. And data from every weigh-in appears automatically via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth in the Withings app. Lastly, I approach every day with a clean cut, thanks to Manscaped, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Essentials Kit. It comes with the Ultra Electric Trimmer to trim, shave, and shape. Plus the Crop Soother Aftershave Lotion for the best below-the-waist shave. I'm feeling better already.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you are all doing well tonight. Alright. So we're gonna do, I'm gonna try and start a regular weekly stream. Usually at 9:30, but I had something else going on tonight, so I had to push back to 10 here. But we're going to try and start regularly streaming Monday nights, 9:30 to 10:30 or 11. Tonight it's going to be 10 to 11 because I was off recording the Model Train People podcast. We were supposed to record last night, but some scheduling conflicts came up, so we pushed the recording to tonight. But we are going to keep, like we've been doing for the past few streams, we're going to keep weathering stock to prepare for the show in West Springfield, Massachusetts this upcoming weekend. And let me know if my voice is too low, if music is too high, anything like that. I think I might just do that just preemptively because I see that those levels are already a little low, and then I might just bring that down a touch. There we go. That should be better a little bit, but let me know if you need anything to change. But we tonight are going to be working on my Virginian and Ohio car from Home Shops. It is a nice Atlas 40-foot boxcar. It's not in focus right now for some reason. Let me adjust the camera to bring it into focus. Oops, that's the wrong camera. I need to open the settings for the other camera, which is this one. So let me open up the settings for this. Okay, configure video. There we go. Camera control, focus. Air, apply. That should be nice and crisp now, or at least more crisp. But we are going to go ahead and be working on this Home Shops Atlas 40-foot boxcar, lettered for the Virginian and Ohio. Excuse me. If you don't know about the Virginian and Ohio, it's a pretty legendary freelance model railroad made by legendary model railroader Alan McClelland. It was in AHO scale, but Home Shops did a run of these cars with in coordination with Atlas in N scale, as well as HO scale, bringing this legendary railroad to us at Scalers. Excuse me. So this came factory lettered for the Virginia and Ohio, straight from the Atlas factories, which is pretty darn neat. But I have already got it. I think I did it on stream, but I can't remember if I did it on or off stream. But either way, we've already got it faded. It's been faded for plenty of time for the white to cure onto the car. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with a little bit of rust. We're gonna start working on just getting this little bit of rust going. And yeah, I hope everyone's night is going well. Hope everyone has had a nice weekend. Those of you who are also in the Northeast here, I hope you didn't get slammed too bad by the snow. Got 5 to 6 inches here in Dutchess County, which made it a little annoying to get to work this morning. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day to my friends here in the United States, but I still had work, so I got up, shoveled out my driveway, cleared off my car, so on and so on, and got into the office so that I could earn some money. because as we all know, this hobby is quite expensive, and it's not going to pay for itself, as well as the whole living expenses thing. It would be nice to be able to eat food. And get a place to live on my own. That would be nice. So, but yeah, so I got up this morning, shoveled out my driveway, and got out to work. But hopefully all out there in the Northeast didn't get slammed too bad. It was kind of, in a weird way, it was kind of nice, because it was our first actual snowstorm of the past couple years. Honestly, we got a couple snowstorms, or at least the first snowstorm where the snow's actually going to stick around for a little while. We got a couple snowstorms last year, but I mean, the snow melted pretty shortly thereafter. So, it's kind of nice to have just a little bit of snow on the ground. Excuse me. Oh. I'm always the kind of guy who enjoys seeing some snowy scenery. I wish I could get out rail fanning sometime this week, because rail fanning in the snow is awesome. I am in frame rate. Yep. Okay. Good. Yeah. So I finished recording the Model Train People podcast tonight with Eddie. That was about half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago. Then talked with my family and my brother for a little while on the phone. And now I'm here with you all. So how's everyone's night been going? Hopefully well. It's a little too much rust. It's a little better. Let me also really get the mic up close to me here. That way you guys can hear me nice and clear, even when I'm talking a little bit lower. Tonight I'm definitely only going to be streaming for about an hour or so. Hour and change, just because I'm already pretty tired, but it's also a decent length of time to stream each week, on the big weekly stream. And then I still probably will do the occasional random live, whether I'm at an event or whatever. I'll definitely be going live from the show this weekend, at least once or twice. Probably. I've got to figure out when I'm going live. I've got to really nail down my schedule for the Springfield show here. But probably what it'll be is I'll be going live Saturday morning, and then possibly for a short period Saturday afternoon while I'm running the Northeast N-Trax T-Track layout. And then probably sometime Sunday morning as well, just wandering the show, or wandering the floor. That's probably what I'll do. But I've got to build out my schedule. And if you see me at the show, feel free to come up and say hi. I love meeting you guys out there. It's always fun to get to know y'all who watch me and support me, and share my love for the hobby. I will be wandering the floor Saturday morning from show open until probably around 10:45 or so. 11 o'clock till around 1 o'clock, I will be at the NMRA booth, booth 29B in the Better Living Center. And that is, I'll be there volunteering, talking about the NMRA. So if you have any questions about the NMRA or anything like that, come up to me, say hi, or any of the other guys that'll be there. They're all great guys, and I'm looking forward to getting to know them better. And then afterwards, I will be over at the Northeast T-Trek layout until probably around 4:30 or so. And then I'm going to leave to go to church. Go to church Saturday night. That way I can get up Sunday morning and get right to the show. Because I will be hopefully I'll be volunteering Sunday at the NMRA booth as well, either the 10 to noon slot or the noon to 2 slot, one or the other. And then 2 to 4, I will be back at the T-Track layout once again. I am looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this weekend for probably the past 5 or 6 months. Certainly since I decided to be a part of the Northeast N-Track and get in with Fei Chin and the T-Track guys. When I got my module done with my girlfriend back in, it would have been, I guess, I finished that module up, I guess, October. Late September, early October. Was when that module really kind of came to fruition. Although it's still technically not done. I still really want... Oops, that was a little too much. I still really want to get some lit crossing gates on it. I think that would be really nice. Add a nice functionality to the scene. And if you haven't seen my T-Track module, which many of you may not have, if you, well, probably most of you probably haven't, at least not as a recognizably so. Because I never did the video on, I never put together that video on the competition that I was part of for that. But my module is here. It is a small apple orchard. Let me... The scene is a small apple orchard with a little scratch-built roadside farm stand and a road cutting across the tracks off the layout, off the module. And we've got a couple cars in there and a couple people in there. Gonna be making a video on it probably tomorrow night. I'll record the video and then try and get it up by Friday before the show. That way you will know what you're looking for my layout or my module. Although if you see it at the show and you're looking for what my module is, it should be fairly obvious because it has the BNCCS logo right up front. But this is the T-Track module I built with my girlfriend. You can see it in my mini cam up at the corner there. I wish I guess I could do it like this. Carefully and slowly tilt this camera up, and then I've got to invert it again. Which is here. There we go. So this is the module. I gotta do some sprucing up. I gotta plant another couple of these. Oops, I forgot to. There it is. Now you're right side up. I wish these ads would go away. But this is the module. We got the BNTCS sticker right up front. We got Klondike.com, Mr. Sean Dyke. Thank you so much for the module. You can give it to me. Paid for it. Paid for it actually through my club. But I do want to plant another couple because I had 3 or 4 of these fall trees that I made up here, so I want to make another couple of them. Fill this area back in. I think I had a couple up here too in this back corner. So fill this in a little more again. Spruce it up, get some of the dust off. Generally get it cleaned up and ready to run. Run track cleaning. Do a little track cleaning. That's the words I'm trying to say. But this is the module that I'll be bringing to Springfield. So I'm going to be part of the. I'm really happy that I decided to. Then I decided to bring the module and get it done and get it worked on. Oh, I got to clean this stream a little bit. A little bit of oil on it maybe to really bring the shine back out. But yeah. So that's the module. Let's bring you back down to the car that we're working on. Yes, I generally just got to get this cleaned up, and I'll do a video on it, and I'll talk about the process of making it, and talk about Mr. Dyke and his company and his community. And if you don't know about Klondikes, you should totally check out the YouTube channel. Sean's got a channel called Klondike, which he does weekly streams. Just chatting from his workshop where he makes module kits and stuff. So he's a good guy. Actually, I should be at some point in the next few days receiving a package from him. I actually won one of his giveaways. He had a big giveaway last week. Where I actually won some lights, which was pretty neat. I'll have to get those on my diorama, which acts as a 2-foot extension of the layout. Which I think I haven't shown that on the channel either, now that I'm thinking about that, but I think that would be a much better place for them than the layout proper. Or I don't know, I'm gonna take a look at them, better look at them when they get here, and really decide whether they fit or not. Because if not, then I'll I'll just have to make another order to you, Sean, and get another module kit so I can put those lights on something. But I think that they'll fit in well with the vibes of the diorama. I hope. That'd be nice if I could just put them right to use and not have to hold on to them. I've got enough stuff that I'm just holding on to until I have the space to use them properly. Don't need to be adding to that collection. No. Silly advertisement. Excuse me. Goodness. count. But yeah, so this is as you can see in the stream title, I've titled it number 1. I'm hoping to turn this into a weekly, regular thing that I do. These night streams, Monday nights. We'll see how the time works. If the time doesn't work super well for some people, or if I don't get too much engagement or anything, I might tweak the time around. But Monday nights, 9:30 p.m. I'm pretty much always available. So I figure, start doing 1.5-hour streams Monday nights. This is as good a time as any. I don't know of any other streams going on Monday nights. So I'm in a time slot that's available, basically. from in my mind, I'm in an available slot. So we're gonna try it out, and hopefully it goes well. Hopefully you guys enjoy the more regular streams, and some of y'all start popping in who I don't see very frequently out here. Let's do some rust on these structural members for the end of the running board. That's gonna have to come off eventually. I just don't have it in me to pull that off right now before the show. I'll have to re-weather the roof probably, but oh well. It's shockingly, doing more weathering is not something I'm incredibly upset about. And that's probably extremely surprising to y'all out there, but so before the show, I want to weather this car. I want to weather this car, which is decorated for Heath Hurwitz's Riverside transfer. Heath is at this point, I think I've spent enough time with him, around him, to call him a good friend of mine. Down in New York, down in the city. So been down to his layout once, hoping to get down there again sometime in the next month or two. But he's got a great layout. He's got a great channel, Human City Junction. If you don't know him already, I highly recommend you check him out. He's got a great community that he's built there. But he's got his Riverside transfer fictional railroad. So I'm going to be trying to weather that this week. And then I've also got this Microtrans Delta Lines boxcar. Frank Elliott's Delta Lines. One of the first big freelance railroads, what really brought freelancing into the mainstream, I'd say. Maybe not the mainstream, but it's what brought it into the public consciousness. And his whole philosophy around having the model railroad being a set, and the trains be actors. And I think that's that's a really good way of looking at a model railroad. So it's something I wholeheartedly agree with. So it's good to have one of the Delta Lines cars on the layout. All of these things, hopefully, and lending to the story of the BNCCS. I didn't do an extra streak or two over here. I wanted to do a streak here. That'll do. And then I gotta do a couple slashes from the door scrapes. Do a big scratch right here, and then that'll do. There we go. Just a couple little scratches, nicks down here. There we go. Take a sip of water. I wonder if, I want to check that out. I want to see if I can do that.
Hold on, before you pay
I'm trying to see, do I have control over the zoom on this camera? Because if I do, zoom. No, I don't really have control over zoom. Damn. Unfortunate. I thought maybe I could get you guys a better view of what I'm doing. Although I still think I can. I think I can play with the white balance a little more. Properties. Configure video. We're just trying to get you guys to be able to see what I'm doing best as I can. Yeah, that's a little better. That's not bad at all. There we go. All right. So that's what we got on this side. Rust streaks, a couple of scratch marks from the door. And then I gotta get back to this end because I just switched, keep moving around. I've got a very ADHD brain right now for where I'm weathering this car. Having a serious ADHD moment. But yeah. There we go. Now we're getting there. Man, I can't wait to run these cars at Amherst. The Amherst show is gonna be so good. I gotta make sure that I gotta decide which car. Winterfest has contests for real cars. I gotta decide which car I'm gonna enter. Or if I'm even gonna enter anything. I might enter a locomotive. That's what I might do. I might enter one of my BNCCS locomotives on Saturday. Which one? I guess probably the either my Dash 7 with the really nice weathering, the big rust, not rust streak, oil streak down the side, or my MP15 would be probably the two that I would do. One of those two. The Dash 8 is really nice, but it's missing a couple pieces. The SD40-2 is okay, but it's not great. Although maybe I'd do the... no, I don't love my Jeep 40. I mean, I love how it looks. I just don't love how the weathering came out on it. It's not... It's just kind of bland. Although, now that I'm really looking at it, I don't know. I gotta decide in the moment, I think. I gotta decide Thursday, Friday, what I'm going to put in. Maybe it'll be the Bachmann. Maybe it'd be the Bachmann Mountain that I turned into the New Haven R3. That's not a bad choice. Or maybe actually, I might do Amtrak 4316 again, although I'm not overall thrilled with it. Still, I might do that. I think that might be what I do. I don't know. I gotta make the decision when I get out there, I think. Oh, excuse me. I just have to. The only thing I have to decide beforehand is if it's going to be one of my DC only locomotives like the Jeep 40 or the Amtrak 4316, because if it is going to be one of those, then I got to make sure I bring it. I'm not planning on bringing any of my DC only locomotives because there's no need to. I have plenty of DCC locomotives that I'm extremely happy with and that run really well. The only thing that I would have brought that would have been DC have been upgraded to DCC now. Excuse me, with the installation of the Dakotas that I'm either in the middle of with my Concours DL109 or with installations of Dakotas, which I did this weekend. Stuff like my excuse me, well, I only did one this weekend, but it was my Kato SDP40F. That way I can run my Rainbow Era set and my Penn Central set that I made. That stuff. Trying to really bring you in, that way you can see what's happening here on the car, but it's unfortunately it's very difficult to capture on camera, just especially because it's a brown car and I'm doing light brown. It's a light brown car and I'm doing light brown rust as the base level. It shows up pretty nice in person though, which is good. Excuse me. Basically, my goal tonight is to get this done and then move on to the dark rust. And if I can get those two steps done tonight, I'll be happy. Okay, sorry, I just got a message on my phone. I just gotta check real quick. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, put this up and keep going. Okay. Sorry, I'm not very talkative tonight. Although I guess I did do a lot of talking just now, but I'm not super talkative. I talked for an hour and change with Eddie on the podcast as we were recording tonight. And then talked for half an hour with my family, and then now I'm talking again. And it's also kind of late, and I had a long day, so... So I'm just working away. Oh, I should put my New Haven boxcar in for the contest. Yeah, that New Haven boxcar would be a great addition to the contest, I think. I guess it's not a contest, it's a competition. What is the word I'm looking for? Showcase? I don't know. Whatever it is. It's where you put your model in and it gets judged. Not NMRA judged, but it gets judged by the judges in the community, and then they get prizes out to people who win. So I want to participate to my fullest in the show and in the Winter Fest. So... Okay. There we go. Good enough. Oh, yeah. You know what I should do? I should actually put the RS1 in, because it's not going to be able to run. That sounds actually a good idea, because it's something I'm really proud of how it came out. What?
Make 2025.
Oh, no. There we go. Yeah, the RS1 here. I mean, it came out beautifully. Just gotta make sure I can clean up these. I gotta do some light weathering on the trucks and on the roof a little bit, but then I think this would do quite well in the contest. And DCC and installed in it. Got all the logos and everything on it. That might be what I do. Touch that up and then submit that. Anyways. Alright, on to the dark rust. Need a little more of this paint. There it is. Right in front of my face. Alright, back to work here on this. I just stopped to look at the music here for a second. We're gonna get this dark rust going here. Probably be live for another 20 or so minutes, 15 or 20 minutes. Probably no more than that, just because it is getting fairly late for me, and I do still have work in the morning. much as I wish I didn't, work goes on, and I need to keep working so I can afford this hobby. No. Well, yeah. But there we go. I love this step, putting the dark rust on the car. It just, I mean, it just, it brings out the light rust in such a nice way. It just complements it so beautifully. And you really only need the smallest amounts of it to just bring the car to life. I mean, look at this. Oh, you can't see because of the camera glare. The light glare, there we go. Excuse me. There we go. Just check something on my phone while I'm working here. I want to see when these LEDs are going to arrive. So I got some LEDs for my so it's last seen there, so either tomorrow or Wednesday. Hopefully it'll be here tomorrow, because if it's here tomorrow, I can get it done by when I bring it to the club Wednesday. But this is for my beautiful old Concord DL109 Alco product, painted for the New Haven in the green and gold, Hunter green and deluxe gold. This is the internals. I've got the decoder all wired up except for the light. Just want to run a headlight right up to the front, wire it up, get it probably heat shrinked to the light tube on the front of the locomotive for the headlight. And then I don't know. I might see about doing some fiber optics eventually to the number boards, but the number boards are just so small on the DL109. If whatever this car company is would be quiet. The number boards are just so tiny there. You can see that right here. Right there is the number board. It's just so tiny that I don't think it's really going to be worth it. At least not right away. And then this is going to get some light weathering. But this is going to be it's going to be part of the excursion trains that the BNCCS is going to be running with the New Haven equipment. that's gonna be its deal. That's gonna be its lot in life. Is it's survived into preservation and is now running passenger trains for my railroad. Now that the BNCCS is the owner and operator of the New Haven. I just want to try and fit this all in here real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut these wires down, I think. Damn. Oh, hold on. Maybe not. Yeah, there we go. That's sitting reasonably well. I just gotta finagle where the decoder's gonna sit in there, but that's pretty good. Alright. But I am going to have to do a little bit of wire management in just taping these wires together and taping them down, and might have to do a little bit of routing for a couple of wire channels on the frame or on the shell. Anyways, back to the V&O car, which is the project that we're at least ostensibly working on tonight. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish the sides tonight. There we go. Go. Spots along the lower rail and along the bottom of the car where the rust is just starting to build. Here we go. I just want to try and finish this up tonight, guys. And then I think I'm going to call it because I'm pretty sleepy.
Ashley, stellar sleep.
No,
She's
no,
going on
no.
now. Snooze now and
No, no, no. No, Ashley. There we go. Alright, there's that. The other side here, and then the other car end, and then that'll be it for the stream. I know a relatively short one compared to my usuals, which are usually a couple hours, but tonight I really gotta get some sleep. Next week I will be live again Monday night on right here on the workbench. And I'll talk all about Springfield. That is what is on everybody's mind right now. At least all of us here in the Northeast. I gotta make sure my camera is all charged up with all of its batteries, and I gotta make sure I got plenty of space in my SD cards and everything, because I am going to be recording up a storm this weekend. I think I might have to do multiple parts of my Springfield video this year. I'll probably do some layout highlights. I won't get every layout. I'm not promising that at all. In the past, I've tried, different years I've tried to get every layout, and it just caused chaos, and I just generally couldn't enjoy the show when I was trying to just do that. So I'll do some, some highlight layouts, some highlights of certain layouts, but I won't be doing full walkarounds of all the layouts like I've done in the past. I'll just catch some highlights. And then I'll probably do a video on some new releases. I'll try and capture some of the new releases they get announced. I'll do probably a video on Winterfest itself and what it's like to attend and just generally be a part of Winterfest. And then maybe on some of the vendors and some of the people that I meet at the show. There we go. Let's just leave this car end. Man, I really hope the Lego Blue Comet is here this year at the Amherst show. Like it was last year. I missed it last year, but I saw it on my buddy Corey's video on the show. But one of the guys at the Lego Users Group built a Lego version of the Lionel 300E. I think it's 300E. But it's the standard gauge Blue Comet, which then got brought to Oak gauge after the fact. But it's a 442 with the big red drivers and the big red pilot trucks and trailing trucks. And he's built the cars all out of Lego, and he got custom stickers to put on and then everything, and it looks great. Speaking of looking great, by the way, this, I think, has come out really excellently for 1 hour and 8 minutes of live streaming, probably about 2/3 of which was actually spent on this. I would say that's it's pretty darn good for the time that I put onto it. So I think I might call it there, but I'm really hoping that Springfield is going to be fun. I know it's going to be, but I'm hoping you all can join me for the journey on the lives and in the videos afterwards, probably. I'm not making, excuse me, I'm not going to make any promises on how much content is going to be made, other than I will be going live a couple of days, or a couple of times over the course of the weekend, probably one each day. Probably in the morning, but still TBD. Sunday I might decide in the moment. Saturday I probably will stream in the morning, and then maybe a short one in the afternoon while I'm running the layout. We will see. But Sunday for sure will stream at some point. But yeah, so this has been the first weekly weathering and more. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this, the prospect of this becoming a weekly event, because I enjoy the thought of becoming a weekly event, like how Heath has his Wednesday streams and Corey has his Sunday run days that he's getting back to, which is actually what's inspired me to try this weekly thing out. He does his Sunday run days every week, so big shout out to you, Corey. Ars Trains here on YouTube. Great guy. If you want to see Lionel O-scale stuff, some HO scale stuff, he's your guy. But with that said and done, thanks for tuning in tonight, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed the weathering. I'll be back here again next week, 9:30 p.m. And I'll see you hopefully at Springfield this weekend, whether in person or live on the stream. Have a good night, and I'll see you on the next track.